ん
The rail shop is still closed. I look inside and see a rare combination.
兄さん、おはようございます。
Humans are disgusting as well, bro. Even fucking people who live under a rock are brainwashed by the media. By mainstream media.
そうでした。おはようございます。
うん、おはよう。というか、本当に早いな。
I look at the clock and it's only a little past 7.
店番を頼まれたのか？
そう。ポーレットさんもレイナちゃんも朝早くからご用事あるからって。
ポーレットもか。
ポーレットさん、銀行だそうです。開店前にキサキさんと打ち合わせだとかなんとかです。
No shit, you prefer to keep to yourself. You think everyone is disgusting. What?
そうなのか。熱心に動いてくれてるのだな。
In that case, I'd have to go to the bank too. But seeing such an interesting side, I can't just ignore it.
こちらも随分熱心にやってくれているようだな。心強いことこの上ない。
まだ手をつき始めたばかりですから、あんまりじっくり見ないでくださいです。
Is this what they call a diorama? They carve it out from polystyrene foam and paint it to make a terrain model. A certain portion is by Fukami's feet. Oh, in her hands is a bright white piece that's still being carved.
これをどのくらい組み合わせるのだ？というか、どこの地図を作ってるんだ？
九州全土です。
九州全土というと、
Do you know why humans look disgusting to you? It's because you think about that. It's because you think that about yourself. I can't quite grasp it. Fukami gives a little smile when pointing at the completed version under the desk.
これ、1ユニットが50センチ四方なんです。それを全部で縦に8列、横に6列作って組み合わせます。
I still think.
となると、全部で、
Having 50 centimeters each side is rather large already, and if you're putting together 80 by 6,
縦4メートル、横3メートルの巨大な模型を作るのか。飾るだけでも大変そうだが、候補地はあるのか？
市役所のメインロビーが第一候補かな。ポーレットさんとは相談まだだけど。
God damn it.
最悪、うちの発洗所の待合室でもいいと思ってます。です。とにかく、人がたくさん集まるところに。
And elementary. Listen, the reason you think that way is because you are fucking projecting the way you feel about yourself onto the rest of humanity. It all finally connects. It's like an epiphany.
そうか。つまりこれで、あの路線図の立体版を作るのか。
って思ってます。造形が私で、色塗りは響さんっていう分担で。
それはいいな。鉄道に興味がない者にでも、計画を一目瞭然に分かってもらえる。
Am I? Yes. Go to a fucking therapist. They'll say the exact same thing. At least they'll be able to help you with that. I'm only telling you why you think that way.
でしょ？だから、ポーレットさんにお願いして、これも組み込んでもらおうって、さっき2人で話してて。
Hibiki's pointing at the end scale that's displayed at the rail shop.
なるほど。これがミニチュアの九州の上を走るのならば、老若男女を問わずにきっと喜ばれような。
お人よの周りだけスカスカだったら誰だって悔しいし、線路がみっちりしてきたら絶対嬉しくなりますからね。
I had therapist since I was a child. My condolences. That way, they'd also support support the plan more and to lay and connect the tracks.
素晴らしい。これは面白いことを思いついたな。
I always had low self-esteem since birth. I think you're just proving my point in the fact that you think you're disgusting, then you think everyone else is. I don't know the cause. I think the cause is your birth. I mean,
ほんと、深見ちゃんに相談してみて、私めちゃくちゃ大正解。
ほう。何を相談したのだ？
広告宣伝のアイデア全般です。考えてみたら、仲間内で一番実績出してるの深見ちゃんですから。
ん？あ、そうか。実際、そうなるな。
unfortunately, Paulette has not achieved any results in regards to advertisement and marketing. Ohito City and Ohito railways were being pushed into a slow decline.
熊銀さんは専門家を雇っての広報だろうし、ミノカサさんのところも、ナギは家業に関わっていないしな。
But Fukami is different. Since Midori is ill and bedridden, she's done everything alone. She maintains one of Ohito's specialties in the Kuma River downstreaming, and she continues to gather customers.
私、お母さんがやってた通りにやってるだけです。
Fukami speaks out nervously, as if hiding behind the polystyrene foam she's carving.
川の流れ、水量ですごく変わりますから、航路変更とかあるし、模型もそれで作ってただけって。
先人の成したことを質高く受け継ぐ。それは極めて難しく、大きな価値を持つことと思う。
Fukami's face peeks out of the polystyrene foam. There's something adorable about her, similar to like a beaver or an otter.
故に、深みは間違いなく、すごい。天に荷物を授かったのだな。
荷物ですか？
ああ、容姿端麗が一物で、広報宣伝、経営の際を合わせて二物。
I don't know, is it the fact that you don't have friends?
容姿って。
What?
いつぞや話したことがなかったか？深みは綺麗。いわゆる和風美人だ。誰に聞いてもその評価だろう。
Saying this in front of Hibiki? Blush.
お？なんだ？どうした？
Fukami's bright red and has completely frozen.
私、甚だ照れましたです。そうですさんが照れさせましたです。私、
僕がか？すまん。
すまなくはないです。むしろ、嬉しいですから。
そうか。しかし。
She's short of breath and her eyes are watery. She obviously looks to be in pain.
落ち着いた方が良さそうに見えるのだが、僕に何かしてやれることはあるか？
でも私、体熱いだけですから、だから。
ならば冷やしてやればよいか。
Stick. A weird call and sound of steam escaping. Fukami is now motionless. I placed my hand on her forehead and notice it's getting hotter and hotter.
これは、なんだ、熱病の類か。
No, it's some kind of horny.
んなわけないでしょ。 照れてるだけとよ。ニーニ、離れて。そしたらだんだん冷めるけん。
I think Hibiki's getting jealous. Hibiki's eyes look rather coldly at me. I want to tell her to turn those eyes at Fukami, but I stop myself.
離れればいいのだな。
Block. The moment I let go, Fukami seems to yearn for more, but the redness soon subsides.
おう、響の言う通りだった。
でしょ？だから落ち着くまでニーニ。兄さんは、ちょっとこちらを見ててください。
Yeah, stop paying attention to Fukami. Pay attention to Hibiki.
こちらとは。おお、これは新聞か。
8620 driver's stand report. The title is good, easy to read, and cute. This truly shows off all of Hibiki's design sensibilities.
これ、市内のあちこちとか、熊銀さんとか、ポーレットさんのつてあるとことか置いてもらおうって。
いいアイデアだ。これもまた、多くの人の目を鉄道へと引きつけてくれるだろ
う。でしょ？だからニーにも記事書いて。なんか、コラムみたいなの。
無論だ。僕にできることなら何でもやろう。
あ、じゃあ写真も撮ってみて。デジカメ、ポーレットさんか誰かに借りて。
心得た。それにしても新聞はいいな。記事をみんなにも書いてもらえば、それにより相互理解も深まろうし。
あ、ニーニのアイデア、それすごくいい。だね。レイナちゃんのとかちびっこ受けしそう。
妃あたりも気の利いたのを書いてくれそうだな。あと、文才がありそうといえば。
Fukami, I gaze at her. Our eyes meet. Fukami looks at me with pleading eyes.
欲しいです。私もソーテスさんの、アイデアとか。そっか、さっきの相談の、ニーニ。
With Hibiki as the main player and Fukami as the sub. What? Fukami's worries are talked about. As I continue to listen, I feel ashamed to find out how oblivious I was to my surroundings.
なるほど。言われてみれば確かにだな。現状では鉄道客がそのまま川下りに流れるとは限らん。はい。
ですから、球磨川下りと鉄道と、もっと連携できるアイデア、もらえないかなって。
と言っても、今はまだ、僕は球磨川下りはおろか、お人よ鉄道沿いにも詳しいわけでは。ああ、いや。
Recently, it has been completely through Hachiroku's sympathetic connection. But even so, I still have its transmission receiver on me at all times.
ナビ、聞いていたか？もし何かアイデアがあれば。
鉄道車両にはレールロードが乗っていますよね。
無論だ。レールロードなしの列車など怖くて誰も乗らんだろ
う。ということは、列車はどれもナビと共感を持てるということになります。
道理だ。しかし、それが何だと。あ、いや、そうか。では、ナビが川下り線のフォローをすれば。
はい。列車側の信号や速度の調整で、特定ポイントでの通過タイミングを容易に合わせられます。
Navi actually plays a role in the grand route, apparently. As expected from an artist, Hibiki already knows a detailed image of her in her mind. Has a detailed image in her mind. Fukami's eyes are also glittering. Then there's no need to add anything unnecessary.
深見、川下りをしていて、頭上鉄道線路が通過するようなポイントは
あります。湯の井の方の発線場出て、しばらく行ったところの赤くて平たい鉄橋のとこ。
湯の井を出てしばらくの赤くて平たい鉄橋だな。わかった。詳しいことをポーレットに聞いておこ
それ、お客さん、絶対喜んでくれるって思います。川下り船の頭の上を蒸気機関車が通過するとか。
Her eyes sparkle at the possibility. A silence overcomes us as she is emotionally touched. Her eyes fixate on her. My eyes fixate on her, and it's then that I realize I'm staring, prompting a sudden feeling of embarrassment.
船頭の深みが見とれてしまい、転覆などせんよう気をつけねばな。
そうですね。本当にそれ、気をつけないと。
I said that as a joke, but she responds seriously as Fukami takes out her smartphone to jot down a memo. But that scene will definitely be eye-catching. The plain downstreaming boat, with the heavy steam locomotive contrast.
絵にしたい。それ。そう。しよう、絵に。イラストマップ作ろうよ。球磨川下りと鉄道を連携させた、球磨川流域イラストマップ、みたいな感じですか？ジャストそれ！超いい！やろうそれ！絶対いいよ！
それは、球磨川下り単体でやってはもったいないな。せっかくだ。もっと広く、それこそ、全流域を巻き込も
う。だけど、球磨川って長いですよ。下流なんて、それこそ、八代の港まで。
うん。八代だ。
It's one of the top priority places for the line rebuilding.
球磨川流域イラストマップの話は、つながりを持つちょうどいいきっかけにできそうにも思うのだ。
そうだね。それ、確かに聞きやすそう。載せたいポイントはありますか？とか。そうですね。それに、そのつながりができたら、イラストマップと一緒に86通信も置いてもらえそう。
なのだ。ゆえ、この話、ポーレットとも相談したいが構わんか？
はい、構わんです。大構わんです。そうなる方が私も嬉しい。決まったら言って、何でも書くけん。
ああ。
If she wants to draw, then I should have her do so. It'll be the symbol of the friendship and promise of the Kuma River Basin.
ならば、マスコットキャラクターを描いておいてくれ。時間がある時で構わない。
マスコットキャラって、球磨川下りのですか？球磨川下りの、下り熊？お腹、痛い系？
Excuse me?
違う。そんなに顔色悪そうな熊ではなく、球磨川流域全体のシンボルになる球磨川の熊をだ。
くまく
おう、くまくまくんか。いいなだな。
Yeah, but that was the name of her teddy bear. Hibiki's face brightens up.
球磨川のマスコットキャラクターとして、今の私が描く、くまくまを。
そうか。それは楽しみだ。
Hibiki will draw her teddy bear. Ah, so he does reference it from when we were kids. If Hibiki draws it now, I know for sure that it will become a mascot that will be loved by all.
善は急げだ。早速、もろもろを伝えてこよう。
もう行っちゃうんだ。けど、行ってきて。行ってらっしゃい。行ってらっしゃいませ。です。アイデアとか、たくさん、ありがとうございました。
お互い様だ。では、行ってくる。
We both got help. Yes, we both got help. The idea that you give others come back to help you. That probably applies between company and company, municipality to municipality. When I think of that, I start to relax. Finding partnering businesses might be difficult, but finding someone who can help others would be something even I can do. Unlucky.
おっと、すまん。
I apologize for my growling stomach and see that everyone stopped working to look at me.
そうてつくん、お腹空いちゃったんですか？
Apparently, his stomach growled so loudly that everyone stopped and stared.
朝からだからな。気がつけば、もう昼をとうに過ぎているし。
Just listening to Paulette and Kisaki talk made time fly. Or perhaps I used my brain too much, and it accelerated my hunger.
よければ、ピザでも取るかい？サラミのやつにトッピングでサラミを足してさ。
ピザか。悪くはないが、随分と脂っこそうだな。
That's a valid concern, right? Here's my thing with pizza. I always get thin crust, right? Because fucking the normal is too much, right? Too much breading. I mean, look, there is a fucking argument you can make where you intentionally go for the normal crust so that you get filled up faster, right? So that you eat less pizza. But I don't want to reheat pizza. I just prefer thin crust.
わかった。なら、薄くてカリカリのやつで頼もう。
Yeah, that's the other thing. Thin crust is easier to eat. Extra thin crust? God damn.
ああ、いいから。ちょっと待ってて。私、人数分作ってきてあげるから。
Mrs. Nagayama stands up. She's the one Paulette was meeting with. She used to work at the Imperial Railway's restaurant car. Paulette had asked her to create a specialty station lunchbox.
じゃあ、
原材料、光熱費オンリーで100円の線でどう？結構そこそこのもの作れるよ。
はい、それでお願いします。
オッケー。それじゃ、40分は待たせないから。
After saying that, Mrs. Nagayama walks away. She's quite a decisive person.
で、何を説明してたっけ？
Food? I mean...
ああ、マイレールファンドの説明を受けていた。そして、僕が非常に感心していたところだ。
感心？感心させられたのは僕の方さ。マイテツなどという仕組み、よく考えたものだよね。
ああ、確かにな。
いいえ、そんな。
This is possibly from an individual railway enthusiast. Or out of respect for the Maitetsu system, which is the result of a lot of hard work by railway enthusiasts. Paulette takes the compliment personally.
マイテツはただ生き延びるためのギリギリの知恵ですよ。
Maitetsu is the title of the visual novel, Paulette, alright?
なら、マイレールだってただのギリギリの知恵だよ。非常に困難な用地買収を成功させねばならないもののね。
Mr. Mototada did mention how Kisaki will be, how Kisaki will be once we begin working together. When I look at Kisaki working, she's full of confidence in life, making her so beautiful. Well, yeah, I think she realizes that, and that's why she's doing this, so that you feel more attracted to her, I guess.
感心したのは、マイレールの話を切り取っただけのことでもないさ。
というと？
今日聞かされた全部にだ。鉄道債の発行に、保線集中管理業務の受託会社設立。
それから中古廃品の鉄道車両の買取施設と併設の全県回収施設も妃のアイディアですよ。
あれもなのか。僕はてっきりポーレットのアイデアかと思ったが。
いいえ、私は全然アイディアだとかは。全然？それは嘘だろう。少なくともマイントレジャー技術継承炭鉱のアイデアは。あれも妃だよ。100% とは言えなくっても73くらいで。君が7、僕が 3？ 冗談。 僕の持ち分が多すぎる。強いて言うなら91で。じゃなくて妃が7の方。
ちょっと待ってくれ。アイデアが73だのなんだのはどういうことだ？
The conversation between them stops. They look at each other awkwardly, and Kisaki reluctantly resumes.
言い争いから生まれたんだ。僕らのアイディアのほとんどすべてが。
言い争い？
はい。例えば、そんな車両が一体どこにあるって言うんだいとか。出なければ、そんなお金、どこをどうしても出てきません。とかね。
ああ。
I'm forced to agree. These two are among the best professionals I know. Yeah, and one's in fucking high school, and the other's the mayor. Wait, they shouldn't be on the. They shouldn't be comparable to each other. The two of them argue over their pride, but they also bring out all of their knowledge and wisdom in order to come up with these ideas. But I wonder how substantial their arguments were. I'm surprised at how friendly Paulette has gotten with Kisaki. After all, she's not using honorifics with Kisaki. I feel happy as I look at them. Two flowery smiles, then receive my gaze.
それに、僕たちだけの力でもない。ですよね。全県回収施設のことなんて、赤い宮司や電車姫様の人脈がなければとてもとても。
電車姫？
ええ、毛利の。で、相鉄くんは知りませんでしたか？マイテツ界の大建物って感じの人です。
No, I'm very much aware of her.
僕もネット会議で話したけれどね。あれはすごいね。言葉は悪いけど、化け物だ。
If I wanted to use artwork for my chatbot that isn't AI generated, which website would be best? Probably Pixiv. That has most of that has a lot of NSFW art. I mean, you could just use Senkaku Complex or fucking Dan Boru, right? Senkaku Complex AI Infinite Generation is a bit hard to get what I'm looking for. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. People think that AI generated art is easy to make until they actually start trying to create a specific thing they want to make using AI art and realize that it's not that easy to make.
ほう、そんな人物がいるのか。
いるんです。っていうか、だからこのアイディア群、相鉄くんのおかげでもあります。
Especially if you're trying to make it look not shit.
ああ、まさしくそうだね。
いや、今回僕は何もしていないぞ。
ナインスターズですよ。あれの話が電車姫様をものすごくご機嫌にしてくれたんです。
そうなのか。
ああ、あの一瞬で完全に味方になってくれた。客車も貨車も、あれがなければ譲ってもらえてたかどうか。
When I look at uploads for Senkaku Complex, it is mostly NSFW. I mean, yeah, what'd you expect?
ですよね。ですから、相鉄くんのおかげなんです。
そうか。もしもそうなら、嬉しい話だ。
But the trained princess is quite the alias. I doubt that's her real name. Yeah, her real name is fucking Mori Trained Princess. Could she be the Reverend Akai? Could she be like Reverend Akai, a former train driver of the former Imperial Railway?
ああ、そういえば、元忠さんと浦上さんは？
動き出してる。浦上は本社へ説明。頭取は土地買収の下準備。
なるほど。ってもうか。土地買収はいくらなんでも気が早すぎるだろう。
早くない。 噂が流れるずーっと前に、担当者が名刺を置いておくってのが効くそうだから。
そういうものか。
そういうものだよ。いいかい、相鉄。仮に、このファーストアプローチに反応する者がいるなら。はい。
私、長山。開けて開けて。
今開けます。
Like, I open the door and see Mrs. Nagayama holding 2 plastic bags with 2 lunchboxes in each. Wait, did she just knock with her feet or forehead? Is she not... Can she still not use her hand?
はい、どうぞ。冷めても味は落ちないけどさ。せっかくだし、冷めないうちに食べて食べて。
If they're in plastic bags, that means she can still use her hands. She could have also just put down one of the bags and knocked with her.
はい。それでしたらいただきます。
いただきます。いただきます。って、へえ、すごいな。これで材料光熱費で100円か。
大量生産ならもっとコスト落とせるよ。
Well, yeah, if you're buying product in bulk, it'll cost less. Wow, this really is amazing. Fresh vegetables and pickles, potato salad, chiku fish cake, tempura and sliced kamaboko fish cake, orange jelly. The main dish is ginger pork, and on the white rice, there's this charred stick.
これは？
味噌、しそ味噌。お味噌をしその葉でくるんで焼くの。
おう、うまそうですね。
まことうまそう
だよな、ナギ。って、ナギ？一体いつから？
ばい。今来たばい。レールショップばよったら、兄さんここって教わったばい。今って、どこから入ってきたんだい？裏口かい？
She fucking scaled the building.
普通に表からばい。銀行のお姉さんに、キサキ姉ちゃんのお部屋どこって聞いたばい。また妹が増えたかと思われたのか。え？何それ？
What do you mean another? Who is the other person who did the same thing?
いや、なんでもない。それより、次からは裏から入りたまえ。主演に話は通しておく。そうしろ言うなら、そうすればい。
Nagi nods, but her gaze is still fixed on the lunchbox. Mrs. Nagayama only made enough for the people here, so there probably aren't any extras.
半分食べるか？
よかばい。悪かとね。催促もしたみたいで。いや、そうです。それなら、僕のから半分を。私が、ちょうど今、ダイエット中ですし。
Sure.
ってちょっとお嬢さん方。揃ってなんだい？女っぷりがなっちゃいないよ。
They're making a commotion over there for some reason, but I, on the other hand, can't take my eyes off the lunchbox. This is it truly is delicious. It looks good and tastes even better. That is a wonderful thing. I realize that the ultimate service is to provide what is more than expected. In that case, I must also work hard so that I can provide more than what's expected of me. Not only was it delicious, I was taught a lesson. I can't thank her enough. Still, this isn't enough. Nagi's stomach probably isn't too big, so there shouldn't be an issue, but...
そうてつくん、半分あげます。
I knew that she was gonna offer her a half, and so is Kisaki.
僕のもだ。君には、それくらいがちょうどいいだろ。
Wow.
ポーレット、キサキ。
3 halves. Just make it supersized. That is nice. It genuinely makes me happy. I feel like this also exceeded my expectations.
相鉄くん、すっごいニコニコしてますよ。なんだい、相鉄。そこまでお腹が空いていたのか。
それもあるが、それ以上に半分ずつを出し合ってくれた二人の気遣いに感動している。
Perhaps that made them bashful. Both suddenly become quiet. But this is honestly wonderful. Acting out of consideration like this is not something I can imitate.
細やかさとはこのことだな。きっと二人ともいいお嫁さんになる。
Bro, do not talk about fucking... After saying that, I realized what position I'm in. Knowing I misspoke, I cautiously look up at them.
頑張ります。はい。女っぷりか。考えたこともなかったかな。
I don't know the reason, but both of them seem to be deflated. Hang on, let me see that again. Yeah. Pull.
兄さん。
なんだ、ナギ。
思い出したばい。これ、兄さんに渡しに来たばい。
Russell.
これは名簿か？
そうばい。
Full and satisfied from the lunch, Nagi's calm. Actually, she looks sleepy. She sluggishly moves her head and places herself on my lap, while lying on the sofa.
学園トレインボランティアにお人よ鉄道応援団か。
I can't believe
これは一体。
I can't believe Nagi is using her age, height as an advantage.
じいちゃんに何したらいいか聞いたら、お前は人には好かれるけんって、それで、応援だ。
その参加者がこの名簿か？いや、しかし、それぞれで200人以上はいるぞ、これ。
What?
みんな、並んで書いてくれたばい。だから、みんなキサポッポ大好きばい。
Oh, she fell asleep. The weight on my lap suddenly becomes heavier. But more than on my lap, the weight of the name list in my hand feels more profound.
相鉄くん、いいですか？
なあ。
I hand the name lists to Paulette and Kisaki, and they read through them.
これ、学園、小等部だけじゃなく、中等部からも高等部からも、教職員からも署名あります。
Wow.
こっちもすごいよ。PTA に老人会に婦人会、職人組合に農業組合、テニスサークルまであるよ。
There's a tennis club? We exchange the name lists and look through them. Paulette and Kisaki stare at the sleeping Nagi.
この子、誰からも愛されてるんですね。
Yeah. But that's what I said about Reina, man. That's what I titled Reina's video. They say the same thing at the same time, surprised at that. They look at each other and laugh. Possibly being influenced by that, Nagi also makes a weak smile.
だろうな。僕にもわかる気がする。
Yeah, everyone wants to fuck Nagi. I mean, everyone loves Nagi. Nagi is Nagi. That's all the explanation we need. If we add something to it, she wouldn't be Nagi anymore.
人はきっと憧れるのだ。ただ、まっすぐに伸びゆくものに。
Kisaki and Paulette nod. Even Mrs. Nagayama does so quietly. Ah, so that's why. That is how we were able to join together so strongly in such a short time. The railways are the symbol.
走らせてもらえるな。ナインスターズは必ずみんなのたくさんの手に。
そうですね。私のこの手じゃ大したことはできませんけど。
Paulette holds out her right hand. Kisaki places her own hand on top of Paulette's.
なすべきことが示されていれば、人は力を合わせていけるものだから。
Their overlapped hands are placed on top of my hand, patting Nagi softly.
はい、お嬢ちゃんも。
Oh, she's awake again.
もうちょっとだったら入ればいい。
Oops. Mrs. Nagayama takes Nagi's hand and places it over hers and mine. That's right. This is how our thoughts and desires come together.
ならば、進もう。このまままっすぐ。ただ、まっすぐに。
I feel some strength building in my hands that overlap each other.
そして必ず、つなげよう。線路と、そこに託された、たくさんの夢と願いと。
Maitetsu. Wow. What a coincidence that all of the characters that want to
お乗
fuck
りください、相鉄様。
what a coincidence that all the characters that want to fuck Sotetsu were working together.
お城橋まで戻ってか？バカな。走った方が早い。
汗をかきます。せっかくの晴れの日だというのに。
汗を僕が？蒸気機関車の機関士が？夏の早朝を走ったくらいで？
Yes.
目に見えずとも、かいた汗が体表面で乾いているだけです。それはかすかな体臭となり、周りに不快感を与えます。
You live in Japan during summer? That's like 100% humidity. You'll sweat guaranteed.
どのみち常務で滝のように隠し、セレモニーの前にはシャワーを浴びる、と。
We arrive while still arguing. We go full speed into the station and onto the platform. We then run into the stone storage.
に遅い。
すまん。ネクタイを忘れてしまってな。
Are you fucking dressed up in a suit?
ネクタイ？
Hibiki's eyes widen as she looks me over. I'm in my work overalls prior to the train duty. Huh? Even if I put on a necktie in this outfit, all it'd be is a rag to wipe the soot. Yeah, that's why I'm confused.
ネクタイなんて何のため？あ、そっか。八代駅でのリレーの時の。
なあ、セレモニーがあるという話だからな。礼装でと、響も言われているだろ。
言われとうよ。
Hibiki scoffs to show she already knows. She takes out a bag by her feet under the seat.
お人よ鉄道の制服ば、あんまり着なれんけ。ちょっと前から着こなしとか考えとったし。
おう、準備万端だな。僕などは何ヶ月ぶりに袖を通すかというレベルだよ。
平気よ。ニーは何着ても似合うけん。
そうか。あ、いや。
I think you're a bit biased, Hibiki. I take a step back and look at Hibiki. She stares at me before turning her head to her side in confusion.
どぎゃんしたと？かまなら準備できとうよ。いつで入選できるけん。
なあ、その点は信頼している。そうではなくて。
It makes me realize that she's fully fledged now. It's not about her looks. Her attitude and calmness show she's composed. Even after obtaining more than adequate skill as an artist and engineer assistant, it was only a little while ago that she was still so inexperienced.
楽しみだな、と思っただけだ。晴れの舞台で、僕と響と、礼装で並ぶ瞬間が。
ああ、はい。 はい。 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 はい. 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 はい.
Hibiki turns red for some reason. I didn't do anything to make her feel bashful, though she doesn't seem to be listening.
ありませんでしたものね。今まで全然。晴れの舞台よ。兄さんとご一緒する機会。
ああ、言われてみれば、今までまるでなかったか。
ありませんでした。だから、兄さんが楽しみって言ってくださって、私、すごく嬉しいんです。
Hibiki smiles and looks at the floor. Her childish action accentuates her feminine qualities.
Hmm?
But apparently that was all a mirage. Hibiki starts to visibly panic.
どうした響き。
ありえん。私、靴忘れたと。
I can't believe this.
なんだ、響きも忘れ物か。気が合うな。
I wear safety shoes that resemble sneakers whenever I'm on a train. I'm on train duty. They're fire resistant and don't puncture even when stepping on sharp pieces of a sharp piece of coal. They're completely function over form.
そんなとこで牙あっても嬉しくなかったよ。っていうか、東京しよう。今から戻るとか。
んおっと、枕ねえか。
Yeah, she's like, you forgot something, Hibiki.
助かったいいちゃん、パンプス忘れたでしょ。持ってきてくれたとありがとう。ついでよ、ついで。9つ星、納品馬来たついで。
Koko Notsuboshi. Literally 9 stars. Yeah. It's the new signature liquor of the Mikita #1 brewery. The one we got awards on at the ISC. Sampling and sales of that will be one of the big features of the Virgin Voyage of 9 stars #1.
カシャ、冷蔵車でよかと。あれ、もうキンキンに冷えとうのね。お姉ちゃん驚いちゃった。
レム9100だな。
It's the first newly built rail car of Kyushu since the track closure era. It's based on a prototype from near the end of the Imperial Railway. It was designed to add this refrigerated car. Redesigned to add this refrigerated car.
あれは、ディーゼル発電機を自前で持っているからな。走行状態になくても、常時冷蔵ができるのだ。
はあ、すごかとね。
ナインスターズはある意味、動く物産館でもあるからな。特産品の魅力を最大限に伝えるために、冷蔵車は必須だ。
そのために、食堂車まで連結いたしておりますからね。
Damn, they didn't decide to put her on the left or the right. They decided to put her smack dab in the middle of the screen.
おかえり86。打ち合わせは終わったのか？
はい。最後の微調整でしたので、これでいつでも完全な協調運転を行えます。協調運転？
ああ。お人よ八代間の牽引は、8620、キハ07の10連で行うからな。
10連っていうのは、機関車を並べてつなげること。よね、確か。
その通り。この場合、機動車であるキハ07を蒸気機関車8620の補機として連結することを意味する。
相鉄様。
ああ。
Oh, never mind. Hachiroko has already switched to her operation body, so I pick her up and place on my lap. Once she gets to her usual position, she throws out her chest and adds to my story explanation while sounding like a teacher.
10連を機能させるためには、両方の動力車の出力が一定していなければなりません。 ああ、前のが遅くて、後ろのが早かったら、後ろのにとって前のは抵抗にしかならんいうこと？その通りです。ですので、今回は8620の運転操作に、キハ07は連動しなければなりません。そこで、相鉄様の運転操作を私が教官でレイナに送り、レイナがそれをキハ07に適用します。ああ、言うたら、
Makoto places her finger on her chin.
そうちゃんが蒸気機関車を運転してるのが、リモコン操作で一緒に丸っこいのも動かす、みたいな感じとや。さようですね。そのような強調を行うことにより、パワーロスを最小限に、充連を機能させられるのです。そうたら、そうちゃんは責任重大やね。
うん。責任は重大だ。僕はいつでもお客様の命をお預かりしているのだから。
Even when I send the students to and from Unoi, that hasn't changed. Even today, with 4 passenger cars, 2 freight cars, and 1 restaurant car, the weight of the responsibility is always at maximum.
だから変わらず、きっちりと責任を果たしてみせる。僕一人で運転をするというわけでもないし、大丈夫さ。
さようですね。私たちはいつでも相鉄様をお支えします。チームやけんね。特別なことじゃなかけん。
うん。
I nod to their words, and see Makoto also nodding along happily.
ほんなら、お姉ちゃんは安心して、そうちゃんたちを見送れるばい。
Ah. At that moment, I remember that this is exactly like when I returned to Ohitoyo and woke up Hachiroku. Wow, calling back to the first moments of the game. Navi's flying above, Hibiki's here, and Makoto's here. Like they always have been. As has Hachiroku. Meeting her is what set all of this into motion in the first place. Correct. This visual novel would have never happened if Hachiroku didn't exist.
ほんなら、頑張って。あ、ねえねえ、靴、ありがとう。どういたしまして。楽しか旅よね。お客さんたちにも、そうちゃんたちも。はい、かしこまりました。
Makoto, Hibiki, Hachiroku, and Navi. There are so many things I want to say, but the words don't come to me. I try to do something about it, but I can only come up with plain words.
ありがとう。気をつけて行ってくる。
あ、そうだ。
On her way to descend from the cab, Makoto stops and turns around.
あんねそうちゃん。父さんからそうちゃんに伝言預かっとうよ。
Huh?
父さんから。
ナインスターズ1号列車の運行開始おめでとう。お人よに戻ったら、9つ星で一杯やろう。って
わかった。喜んでと伝えておいて。なあ、いや、戻ったら僕から直接電話する。
うん。その方がよかね。
Leaving behind a smile, Makoto exits the cab. The atmosphere suddenly becomes tense.
響き。
任せて。
With the poker in hand, Hibiki opens up the furnace door and crumbles the coal that was being maintained. Whoosh. Without looking, I feel the heat of the flames rising. I then hear the nice crunching sound of coal being shoveled. The steam pressure gauge rises together with the room and my body temperature.
86、今日の手順の最終確認を。
はい、相鉄様。まずは、石像機関庫を更新で出ます。
ああ。
That means to go into reverse. Nah. Today we'll be going in the opposite direction, of Yunoi Station. We'll be heading to the Yatsushiro Station instead.
お人よ駅には、すでに貨車、客車、食堂車を引き、キハ07が待っています。そこへ行進で近づいて、
そのまま連結すればいいのだな。
さようです。連結後は速やかに協調を結びますので、いつでも進行可能な状態となります。
記念セレモニーなどはお人よ駅でもあるのだろ
ございますが、私たちは直後に運転ですので、参加はしないことになっております。
となれば、やって記念撮影くらいか。
その辺は式典の流れもございましょうし、ポーレット様のご指示に従えばよろしいかと。あ、信号。
ああ、
The signal has changed. Slow speed to line 1. I set the brake position to drive. I set the reversing gear all the way to reverse and put my hand on the regulator.
晴れの舞台のスタートなのに、バック運転とか。なんか、まっこと私たちらしかね。
Hibiki sounds happy. Hatsuroku happily asks her,
その心はすんなりとは前に進めん言葉多かけど、下がって止まって悩んだ後はうまくいくけん。まあ、
Hatsuroku exclaims her praise for Hibiki. That reminds me.
確かに僕らの歩みはいつでもそんな感じだったかもしれんな。
In the beginning, Hatsuroku slapped me. I butted heads with Hibiki and was stubborn with Makoto and fuck. I had a good run. I almost said the fucking honorific.
さようでございますね。私たちだけのことに限らず、歩みとは案外とそのようなものなのかもしれません。かもしれんね。
Almost understanding the mistakes sometimes lead us to where we should go. I get the feeling that being able to move forward without any obstacles would actually take you to the wrong goal.
ならば今は誇りを持ってじりじり下がろう。次の一歩をより迷いなく踏み出すために。
それではどうぞお下がりください、相鉄様。
うん。場内警戒。番線1番。
I reconfirm the signals and call out. We slowly and sluggishly crawl out backward so that we can move forward.
ニーニー、まだだよ。まだ、そのまま。
That's what she said. I mean, Hibiki guides me while sticking her whole body out of the assistant side window. Hatsuroku doesn't say anything, and instead, looking relaxed and trusts everything to Hibiki. I'm the same. Although I visually check, I prioritize Hibiki's callouts and match each one's timing accordingly.
なんもせんでね。そのまま。
We've been moving on inertia alone for a while. I'm anticipating the timing for this last step.
ブレーキ、運転。
Look,
お見事です。
after feeling a light shock from the connecting junction, it stops immediately after.
連結よし。すごく上手です。
Wow.
おう、ポーレット。すごい賑わいだな。
ですよね。
セレモニーはもう終わったのか？
緊張しましたよ。九州9国ゆかりの殿様の末裔たちに九州7県の知事がずらりと勢ぞろいですから。
それは壮観だっただろうな。
いえ、それほどでもないですよ。
Fuck off. Her eyes turn away from me. She looks at the platform of Ohito station with longing in her eyes.
この景色の方がずっと壮観です。
There are people with luggage lining up at the platform waiting to get on. And at 10 times the density filling the empty spaces are a myriad of people, different people with cameras.
乗客の方も見学の方もかなり外国人さん多いです。9つ星のグランプリ交換様々ですね。
いや、それだけではあるまいよ。
Station Master Khan cries out as it moves about. The visitors all follow it with their eyes. In a way, it's guiding them around.
ビラや新聞、ポスターにネットなどの広報告知、学園生や鉄道関係者の口コミや液晶の力も大きかろう。
あ、そうですよね。もちろんです。私ちょっと舞い上がっちゃってるのかも。
Paulette slaps her cheeks with both hands and straightens her posture.
すべて順調、予定通りに進んでいます。相鉄くんも定時の進行を前提に準備してください。
心得た。
それと、ギリギリになっちゃいましたけど、これ、出ました、キャンセル。
出たのか。
はい、お人用八代の1区間だけ。その区間だけのキャンセル待ちを入れてたのは、相鉄くん一人です。
Considering the popularity, I thought it'd be impossible. It's why I wasn't expecting much to come of asking to be put on the cancellation list.
いいのか。僕が買ってしまって。
なんで買っちゃいけないんですか？代金も先払いいただいてますし。
しかし、この混雑でこの人気だ。実際に乗れない僕が、たとえ1区間だけと言っても。
乗るじゃないですか。ご家族と一緒に。子供の頃の相鉄くんが。
I didn't say anything to Paulette. All I asked was that if there was a small chance of a cancellation, I'd like to buy a seat, that's all.
それほど大事な招待客、私、いないって思います。鉄道網が本当の意味で復活する、この日にとって。
しかし、それは僕の個人的で感傷的なわがままで。
相鉄くんの個人的で感傷的なわがままが、みんなに、この日を、この列車をくれたんですよ。
After she says that, I realize she's right. It's not just the revival of 8620, but we also wished for what lies past that. A personal, a sentimental desire. I wanted to run this train no matter what. Not from point to point, but to a new place, a new station. I wanted it to be able to do that.
だからこのキャンセルは、みんなから相鉄くんへのプレゼントだって思ってもらえたら嬉しいです。
Paulette understands. She understands what even I didn't know about myself. Oh, that's right. She knew. She understood. And yet she kept silent until asked by someone, or until the time was right. No matter how much it pained her to keep it a secret, it was to prevent more pain being inflicted on someone who wasn't ready.
知ってはいたが、知らなかった。ポーレットは、とても強い女性なのだな。
そんなの、相鉄くんの100分の1も強くないです。でも、だからこそ嬉しかったんですよ。
嬉しかった。
これです。
Paulette's fingers reach out. She traces the ticket that sticks out of her pocket.
初めてでしたから、相鉄くんが個人的なお願いしてくれたの。
それは。
わかってます。鉄道会社の窓口上にですけどね。私個人に対してじゃなく。
I didn't know about that. If it were some part-time worker, I probably wouldn't have asked to be on the waiting list.
だから、今度は、
While I'm mulling that over, Pollitt's lips come close to my face. What?
私に対してくださいね。相鉄くんの、もっと個人的なおねだりを。
What do you mean by personal wants?
ずるか
I didn't expect to see them in uniform.
これって、淑女協定違反です。ですよね。
They understood what I was thinking as well.
いやいや、セーフさ。顔を寄せていただけだろう。私、乗車案内してきます。
She's trying to get ahead. That's not fair. Paulette suddenly turns red and walks quickly into the crowd on the platform. And in her place comes...
本当ですか？本当に顔を寄せてただけですか？
Unfortunately...
チューバしたとしてなかとどっちにしても面白かったということだが、一応は確認してもいいかな。
But why is Nagi looking at me like that?
せんよ、キスなど。無論、されてもいない。
ああ、よかった。ほっとしました。
Yeah, everyone knows that if Sotetsu got the chance, his first kiss would be with Hachidoku. Maybe. Ifukami breathed a sigh of relief.
まあ、そりゃそうばい。ここまで来て抜け駆けで失格とか、残念すぎばい。まあ、けどね。頭で分かっていても、はあるよ。あ、そうですよね。ほんと、そう。
Yeah. This time her hands holding mine shake in unison with her nods. Ifukami is much more expressive with her emotions now, but because of that, her unusual outfit also matches her well.
お揃いだな、3人で。
Yeah.
これは食堂車のばい。そこは相鉄。お世辞でも似合うとまで言っておかなきゃ。
Kisaki has an apron on. Unexpected may be a rude way to put it.
お世辞ではなく、似合ってる。エプロン姿というのも、不思議と駅に馴染むものだな。
Yeah, but you're meant to only have an apron on.
へえ。ちょっと変わった褒め言葉だけど。いいね。うん。実に悪くない気分だよ。やったばい！八代までだけの間でも食堂車でバイトさせてもらってよかったばい！だよね。記念すべき1号列車で、ソーテスさんと一緒にお仕事できちゃうんだし。
Then the ticket holds special meaning, but I don't think I should say anything. The downstreaming the Kumamoto Bank and Ohitio tourism at large are all booming now. If I just wanted to write it, I'm sure it could have been arranged.
光栄だな。僕も一緒に仕事をしたいと、そう思ってもらえる仕事ができるようになったのか。
今更なんだい？ずっと前からそう思ってるから、少なくとも僕はここにいるっていうのにね。私は仕事抜きでも、ソーテスさんといつでも一緒にいたいです。
Yeah?
ていうか、時間まずかばい？そろそろ仕事に戻らなきゃ、長山のおばちゃんに怒られるばい。いっけない。僕としたことが、ついつい時間を忘れてしまった。
Too busy thinking about fuck it Sotetsu. In the adjective sense and the verb sense. Fukami and Kisaki quickly returned to the restaurant car. I guess it can't be helped. The restaurant car is busy with prep work right now.
というか、何か用事があって来たのではないか？
もちろん、用事があってきたばい。
おお！
Completely caught off guard, I make a weird noise. Nagi's making a running pose, as if to say she can catch up if she runs.
なんだ、その用事とは。
もちろん、兄さんの応援ばい。深見ちゃんとキサキ姉ちゃんの分も伝えるばい。思いっきりに楽しか旅は、兄さん期待しとるばい。
のうさ、任せろ。
任せたばい。
Fucking her ribbon has more jiggle physics than she has. As she zips away, and she zips away and runs straight into the the restaurant car.
任された。任されているんだ、僕は。
I feel the impact in my fist as I hit my own chest. A fun trip. A good trip. Everyone entrusted that to me. From the customers, from our partners, we've all trusted and lent each other our strengths. And with Michiko, Mum and Dad, I still feel pain and cry over that day.
にいに、おかえり。鎌場も待ちきれないって騒いどるばい。
Let's just hope that I haven't used this CG yet. So that I can use it for the last thumbnail, and the VOD.
協調運転、準備よしです。信号次第でいつでも出発可能です。
But I feel like I already have. I breathe in and out. I'm relaxed. I have no fear. I'm still a little worried, but it's because of that worry that I can move forward and feel excited about the whole thing.
僕たち自身が誰より楽しい旅をしよう。安全で快適な鉄道旅行の時間を過ごそう。
はい、相鉄様。
Hachiroku carries the departure bell with her whole body and swings it to make it ring. The signal then turns green. Only we are allowed to enter the tracks ahead. I'm not doing all of those poofs. The sound of the blast matched with my heartbeat. I set the brake position to forward full gear. I put my hand on the regulator.
出発進行。
Yeah, but like, why is the bell still so big? I do the usual set of motions. 8620 responds accordingly. The steam whistle sounds out. Even with all the noise in the cab, I hear the cheers from the customers on the platform. And the driving wheel of 8620 slowly begins to turn. I grab the rail and begins to move us. Hibiki's voice, a sound of impression. I feel the same way.
嬉しく楽しいことですね。新しい線路を走るのは。
ああ。
We approach the stone storage, where the pitch black sparrows gather. Usually it would disappear from view behind us, but we accelerate to run past it.
嬉しいな。そして楽しい。
I see a railroad crossing filled with people looking on at 8620. The volunteer crossing guards are here too, all waving at us. I reply with the steam whistle. The big smile zoom past us, smoke in our wake, giving all of them fucking black lung.
制限解除。よし。
So we accelerate to a place where new smiles await us. We head to the future we haven't seen before by shoveling more coal and accelerating in a straight line. Yeah, but like, why didn't the game end off like that?
それではよろしくお願いします。
The passenger car, freight car, and restaurant car are connected to the restored Kuha 26, the state-of-the-art electric train from the track closure era. And the symbol of the relay train, that is the tablet, the disc made to resemble the rail lords, is passed from me to Akai.
リレートレイン9スターズ。八代、熊本間引き継ぎました。
この先、よろしくお願いします。
お任せください。お預かりした笑顔を必ず、熊本駅へと届けます。
We shake hands. A strong handshake from a veteran driver reprising his role. Oh shit, she actually smiled. Nidoku laughs naturally. With that as the signal, countless camera flashes go off.
お疲れ様です、相鉄くん。あとは私が。
いつも本当にすまんが、頼む。
Paulette comes down from Kiha 7 to deal with the press. I return to the cab I'm used to and loosen my life. My tie.
妙に緊張したな、86。あれ
She's not here. Hachiroku isn't back yet. Hibiki's also gone. I'm the only one in the cab. It's been a while since I was alone. I breathe a sigh of relief, but at the same time, it feels lonely.
Hmm?
Before I can react, I have a visitor. I open the metal door of the cab and smile, and a smile rushes in.
えへへ、レイナ、頑張ったですよ。相鉄さん、たくさん褒めてください。
Oh, damn.
うん。レイナは偉いな。
I catch her in my arms. I express my gratitude through her by patting her on the head.
レイナのおかげで、普段とまるで変わらなかった。協調運転ということを、全く意識せず済んだ。
えひひ、頑張りましたから。もっとレイナを褒めたりしてもいいですよ。
レイナはすごい。まさに、レールロードの鏡だ。やるときはやる実力派。レイナはこう見えて、いぶし銀だ。
Bro, you should not be saying this while you have fucking Hachiroku.
レイナ、ものすごく褒められちゃってます。
Rana's cheeks start to turn a shade of pink. She puts her palms on her cheeks to shake her head, but then suddenly turns her head to the side.
八六さん、いないですか？レイナと同じだけ八六さんも褒めてもらわないと不公平ですよ。
まさしく道理だ。というか、なかなか戻らんな。ひょっとすると、改札でも手伝っているのかな。
あるかもですね。八六さん、意外と改札好きですからね。
というか、切符を切りたいのだろう。改札橋をカチカチやるのが。
I turn my eyes to the window. In that moment, I can't move anymore.
ああ、いましたね。家族連れさんと一緒ですね。
A family. The semblance must be coincidental. But still, that looks too much like Mom, Dad, Michiko. I want to call out to them, but my voice doesn't come out. Everything all seems like it's part of a dream.
すっごく幸せそうです。八六さんもニコニコですね。
Yeah, they're all smiling. Mom, Dad, and Michiko look so happy.
バイバイってしてますね。この駅までで降りちゃうんですね。
なあ。
Mom, Dad, and Michiko disappear from the platform. They leave through the ticketing gates. I'm not with them, because I'm right here.
あら、レイナ、お疲れ様です。良い運転をありがとうございました。いえいえ、こちらこそですよ。相鉄さんと八六さんのおかげって。はあ。相鉄様、いかがされたのですか？
ね。あ。うん。いかがとは。
相鉄さん、笑ってるのに泣いてますよ。 まさしくレイナの言う通りです。お顔は笑顔でいらっしゃるのに、目から涙が。
ああ、うん。すすが入っただけだ。
What a good excuse, Sotetsu. I already know, but I have to confirm.
それより、さっきの家族連れだが。
見てらしたのですか？素敵なご家族連れでした。レールロードの私にわざわざお礼だなんて。
俺？
はい。楽しかった。ありがとうとおっしゃってくださって。
そうか。
I feel my heart fill up and I try to speak. As I say the words, they come out like tears.
そうか。よかった。僕は、ならば、僕は、ようやく。
OBS ruined the moment by fucking ruining the audio.
いいえ、まだですよ、相鉄様。
Hatsuroku puts her hands on her hips and stares at me. She looks a little angry, but I'm sure she's doing that on purpose. After all, her cheeks are pink with joy.
リレートレインを引き渡しても、そこで終わりではありません。
ああ。そうだな。まさしくそうだ。
The last station isn't the goal. That's just a new beginning for another journey.
まずは、折り返してお人よに。
さようですね。まずはそこから。ですね、レイナ、帰りも充電したいです。
うん。
I nod with all of my strength. I don't know how it is in terms of train operation, but
そうしよう。僕もそうしたい。
it is rare for a male protag to cry in a VN. Yeah! even outside of Nakige, right? Because those are literally those are literally made to make you cry and the protagonist cry. Outside of Nakige, right? It is extremely rare for a male protagonist to cry, even during sad moments, right? In fucking Erosekai, I don't think Yuma cried, right? That'll be a significant milestone for us. Oh shit.
そうちゃん、みんな、おかえりなさい。
All of the love interests are on the screen. This is probably going to be if I used the bell as a thumbnail before, this is probably going to be the thumbnail for the last episode. Wait. Upon returning to Ohitego Station, Makuda and Kon welcome us back. Unlike the huge crowd during the departure, they are the only ones there. A romance moige where the main protag cries in happiness would be a good VN. Yeah, but it's never gonna happen.
寂しいものだな。祭りの後、とはこういったものか。
寂しくないです。私、一緒にいますから。
Fukami comes to hug me, but gets stopped by many hands.
ちょっと、何これ、助けて、なぎちゃん。いくら深見ちゃんの頼みでも今は無理ばい。今ってだって大事な時ばい。
ああ、うん。そうだな。今が約束の時だ。
Oh, she saw in a Memoria. I don't know. I still haven't played the fucking game. I think he would. You played the game. What do you mean, would? I know. I remember. There wasn't a day I forgot. When the first train of 9 stars finishes running, that's the moment when that's the moment I have to make my decision.
この場でか。
はい、できれば。だって、何年もずっと待ちましたから。
わかった。それでは。
I thought long and hard. In fact, I had thought long and hard about it for 6 years. I've already made up my mind about the decision.
単刀直入に結論から言う。僕は、誰のことも選べない。
Oh, hell nah!
選べないって。ドギャンして、そうちゃんは誰も選べんと？
Yeah, he's gonna have to go through a whole nother game before he can choose.
愛を。僕は、みんなからもらったように思うからだ。みんなと一緒にいるときに、僕は幸せを感じたからだ。
Ain't no way he's going down the harem route.
みんなとは、随分と曖昧だね。
Ikisaki quite incisive, but the smile she has is an extremely soft one. Incisive? Yeah.
ならば、一人一人を言おう。どのように僕は愛をもらったように感じているかを。
一人一人って。
妃、君といると僕は新しい気づきを得られる。君との会話は自分を磨いてくれるようでとても楽しい。
I'm like 80 to 90% sure he cries in Hoshizora no Memoria. Well, if there isn't a textbook explicitly saying that he cries, then he didn't cry. Because at least in Maitetsu, Sotetsu was voiced. So even if the game didn't say that he cried in the CG, that also counts. Even if the game doesn't say that Sotetsu cried, you can hear it in his voice. In the same instant that Kisaki's at a loss for words, a soft voice jumps into my chest.
レイナといると心が優しく柔らかになる。世界のすべてが楽しい場所だと感じられる。
私は
You can't go all the way to a main girl.
ポーレットといると安心できる。背中どころか命を預けて全く不安を感じずいられる。
You have to follow the rankings, alright? I know he started off with Kisaki, who's halfway, but like, you know.
ナギはナギだな。一緒にいると爽快だ。力をもらえる。渡る世間を無敵モードで駆け抜けられそうだ。
私は、
深みはどこか危なっかしい。だから守ってやりたいし、それでいて、深みに僕を包んでもらえる気にもなる。
Yeah, but she's also so perverted. out of all of them, she's the most perverted.
お姉ちゃんも聞いてよか？
枕姉の前では僕はずっと背伸びをしている。今も甘えたい気持ちを強く感じて甘えてもらいたいとも思う。
兄さん、私はどうですか？
とても身近でいつでも頼れる相棒で、妹だけど妹じゃない存在だ。手間がかかってだから可愛い。
ナビが一応は聞いておきたいと言っております。
Fuck Navi, what do you mean? I can't. What? Get out of here.
あの事故の後、真っ暗だった孤独の中でナビだけが僕に光をくれた。言葉にできぬかけがえのない存在だ。
Yeah, no shit.
だそうですので、皆様。
But like, Navi can talk to Sotetsu. Why didn't she just say it to us? Why didn't she just ask Sotetsu herself? Hachiroku doesn't seek to know what I think of her. Even if she does, I'm sure she'll probably pretend to talk in her sleep late at night by my bed.
選ばれずとも相鉄様と一緒に、という方は残る。それでいかがでしょう。相鉄様には目を閉じていただいて。
わかった。
Before everyone else says their opinions, I close my eyes. I've said everything I can. That includes that I couldn't decide. So I'll have them decide. Have them decide on what? Are they gonna fucking fight? they're gonna have a fucking battle royale, and the last person and the person who survives becomes Sotetsu's wife. Because everyone's just too bright. I can't just pick one. He really did go down the harem route, didn't he? I can't even tell if that's fortunate or unfortunate. How ironic. If only someone had made me pass, if only someone had made a pass at me, the decision would have been easy.
相鉄様、残念ですが。
It is the grand route that had to. Of course it did. Hachinoko's voice, Navi's presence above me. They will stay with me even... they will stay with me even that's too much for me.
私にとっては、極めて残念なことですが。
Fuck.
私にとっては、極めて残念なことですが。誰一人、立ち去ろうとはいたしませんね。
I don't know what you expected, Hachidoku. They all want to fuck Sotetsu. Even if they're in a fucking harem, they're still here. The wonderful people that I couldn't decide on, and not one of them has forsaken me.
ニーニは、だってニーニだもん。ニーニより好きな人なんて、できっこなかも。一目惚れの初恋だけんね。そう簡単には諦められんし。私だって最初に会った時からずっと、初めは違ったかもしれませんけど、今は恋ですから。レイナ、相鉄さんが大好きだから、ずっと一緒にいたいですよ。君との時間は他の何にも変えられない。僕にとってもそれは同じさ。兄さんとならチューとかちょっとしてみたかけ。
Whoa! I didn't think Nagi would be the first one to just say it.
私、1、2の9号さんでも構いませんから。
Bro, Navi doesn't fucking count, bro. Just be the 8th. You know who should be 9th? Urakami. But she isn't here, is she? With Fukami's remark, I realized it was the first time. I realized it for the first time. Hachidoku, Hibiki, Paulette, Makoto, Reina, Fukami, Nagi, Kisaki, and Navi. I see. So that's why it's 9 stars. Oh, now you realize. And I didn't realize he'd get. I didn't think he'd get more dense. The 9 shining star. The 9 stars. The stars shining around me. I can't just simply choose one of them.
ならば、僕はこのまま進もう。
9 stars has begun running. My young self has already arrived at the final station. From here, it is a completely new journey. These rails will continue indefinitely.
はい、お供します、相鉄様。なんでいつも女房ずらして。
Yeah, but like, if you look at the rankings, she's clearly the one at the top, alright?
いいちゃんもしたければすればよかとよ。ねえ、あなた。
Mm.
あなたって夫婦みたい。素敵です。レイナも相鉄さん、あなたって呼ぶですよ。相鉄くん、明日、今から私のことお前って呼んでくださいね。
And this is why the second game has threesomes, because now it's morally okay to fuck all of them.
それじゃ私のことを、なぎちゃんどうしよう。呼び方なんてどうでもよかたい。そんなことより大事なことが他にあるばい。
What do you mean? What do you mean? Nike cuts off Ukami's meaningless worry. A playful glint shines in her eyes. That seems to ask me how far I want to run.
そうだね。僕もそれが気になる。君は一体どんな新しい夢を描いているんだい？
Yeah, that is the question, isn't it?
無論、九州から先だ。
What is the purpose of the next game? And I guess the purpose is expansion. The voices of the 9 stars made me realize it. Not of 9 stars, not the 9 stars. There are people who get motion sickness from aircraft in this world. There will be a demand for transport of heavy objects in aircraft vehicles themselves.
日の本の主要都市間を直結し合う高速鉄道も、これが走れば、世の中はさらに楽しいものとなるかと思う。
Imagine a pregnancy CG at the end here of all the girls. Bro, that's only in Dojins, alright?
ありますよね、その需要。私ずーっと思ってたんです。つまりそれは新しい日の本の動脈となるような鉄道路線を作るということかい？
そうだな。言うなれば、新幹線鉄道だ。
Fuck off, bro! Did you... You are not telling me that the fucking game has made Shinkansen canonical through fucking Sotetsu.
新幹線鉄道。新幹線。新幹線。すっごくいいです。素敵ですよ。
We all nod to Reina. I couldn't choose any one person, but I think we've joined together as one. Or perhaps because I didn't choose anyone.
ならば、僕と一緒に来てくれ。新幹線を走らせる。そのための新しいレールの上に。
I know we can do it, as long as these 9 shining stars are with me. In the end, I'm sure I can build a happy home. The whole fucking purpose of this route was so that the concept of bullet trains is introduced to this fucking game. Fuck you! Bro! That was the grand route. Shinkansen. My fucking god. I guess I can talk about my overall opinions on this game, my overall feelings. It was good. It was very good, right? So what game after this? Dexter, I've said it multiple times. I'm not gonna say it again if you didn't remember. But yes, you know, the openings of the main girls were great. right? I wouldn't have minded if they had CG. I mean, if they had openings for the other side characters like they do with the endings. But it kind of makes sense considering that all of them only have one CG, except Rena's route, which has two. But that's a kind of the outlier. I mean, the rankings of the main girls is kind of my feelings on the my feelings when it comes to the routes, except for Nagi and Fukami's, which I think is better than Kisaki's. I think Kisaki's route is probably my least favorite. It's still good, right? But yeah. But yeah. Also, I guess this is the CG that will show up on the title screen. So I think this will be the thumbnail for the last VOD, I guess. But yeah. It does make me curious about the second game, right? Especially since the second game has hate scenes with multiple characters, and by multiple I mean more than one, more than two. I mean, right? But yeah. Other than that, Master Magistrate is going to be a wild ride story-wise. I mean, if it's comparable to Ace Attorney, I would hope so. But yeah. You know, you've got threesomes with Nagi and Fukami. You've got threesomes with Hachiroku and Reina. You got threesomes with Hibiki and Makuda. You got threesomes with Hibiki and Kisaki. There's some new characters that I don't know about, and I guess I will never know about because the second game has not been translated, and there is a good reason for that. Other than the fact that I don't think this game is that popular, right? It's got a cult following. I will say that. But considering that there's only 327 reviews on Maitetsu. Yeah. And considering that the second game is 90 plus hours long, that's a lot of translation that they have to do. But machine translation. Yeah, that's the other thing. I could do what I planned on doing with Irihika, which is using Luna. But yeah, I don't even know if I'm gonna do that with Irihika. I'll think about it. But either way, that was all of Maitetsu. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. There's my last. Well, it should be my last achievement. Of get everyone to like you, but for some fucking reason, for some reason, get Nagi to like you is not an achievement that I have. But oh, here's the funny part. Right? Okay, we finally got backgrounds. And shit. But here's the weird part, right? Is the fact that not only this game, but also Amazing Grace, both games have 18 plus versions of them, right? But they don't have the fucking... They don't have the warning, right? They don't have the warning at the start of the game being like, oh, this is an 18 plus game and shit like that, right? Somehow, I don't know how they got away with doing that, especially for this game where they're in the fucking bathhouse like a lot of the time. It's not like a one-off thing. They're in the bathhouse, right? They're in fucking towels and shit a lot of times. Unfortunately, Makuda's the only character out of these 8. It should be 8, not fucking... Maitetsu was decently popular as well. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Was it popular enough to get a second... to translate the second game? I don't think so. Maybe she does have a towel look. Let's see. Alright, how would I do this? View art, I guess. There's Michiko. Okay. Makuda. There it is. She does have a towel version, right? Yeah, they all do. But, you know, Michiko doesn't, unfortunate. Who would have guessed? Yeah. There's Urakami. There's Nidoku. Wait a minute. And then all of the backgrounds and shit. Yeah. What, you know, Makuda does have a towel sprite, but I don't think we've ever seen it. In game, right? I don't remember. Check for Nidoku and Michiko outfits. Why do you think I was... Why do you think I went to them? They both... You saw Nidoku and Michiko's only outfits. Nidoku only has the towel and operation body, and Michiko only has, this. Right? Where's the fucking... Hot Springs. Here it is. There you go. My dream. My dream. What is specials? You got head. Yeah, I want head from her. What? I thought you didn't press the arrow. Of course I pressed the arrow. Why do you think Nidoku's outfit changed from from fucking bandage to operation body? Wild. Yikes, that is horrific. That's horrifying. But either way, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Dexter, get that fucking bot out of my fucking... Get him out! If you did, a follow would be appreciated. And if you want to support me even further, you could always subscribe. But, yeah. The UI changed. I mean, I think the UI changed because this guy has been flagged by Twitch. Or are you talking about the mod view? Because it looks the same for me. But, either way. Well. If you're, watching on YouTube, the next game I'll be playing is going to be Master Magistrate. And, for people watching on Twitch, the next game I will hopefully be finishing, Amazing Grace. But, until then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. And I will see you guys again next time. Bye-bye.